So vision is not what you see when you sleep. Now, vision is the eyes and the heart of the leader. Vision is the eyes and the heart of the leader. What you see as a leader and how you see things as a leader is dependent on the vision you have as a leader. So when you go to some organizations, you see their vision statement and mission statement there. What it means is that we as a company or as an institution, this is how we see things. This is where we want to get to. This is the insight we have. So in all the things we are doing in this company, this is the end we are looking at. So vision is the eyes of the leader and the heart also of the leader. Vision is the eyes of the leader and the heart of the leader. I said that what moves a leadership is vision. All of you here in Ujel Hall are serving for a particular vision, or you are serving a particular vision. There's a vision that through God, through your coordinator, has laid down for all of you to work at. Now, where there's no vision, there's no clarity of purpose. So everyone is doing whatever they want because there's no direction, there's no line everyone is towing. So it's important that when everyone is called as a leader, what will be his eyes and his heart is the vision he has, or the vision God gives such a person. Now, in every relationship, whether beloved Zoria relationship or whatever it is, what moves it is the vision the person has. No, many people say don't marry or date a person without a vision, because the vision of that person becomes the vision of the family. So if you are a man and you marry a woman, you give birth, your vision as a man now becomes the vision of your wife and the vision of your family. So if you marry a person who doesn't have vision, where do you think you're going to? Nowhere. So vision, number one, is the eyes and the heart of a leader or leadership. I want us to look at 7 things the Bible says concerning the leader and vision. Judges chapter 17 verse 6, Judges 19:1, Judges 18:1, and Judges 21:25. So any of them that you picked, you can read for us.
Judges 17 verse 6.
Okay. All right. Judges 17:6. In those days there was what?
But every man did that which was right in his own eyes.
So he said that in those days there was no king in Israel. The result of Israel not having a king was that now everyone was doing whatever they wanted. What it meant was that there was no vision, there was no purpose, there was no leader to chart a course for them. So it means that when there's a leader, now everyone walks in the direction of the leader. Now the direction of the leader is the vision the leader has. If you go to every assembly in Church of Pentecost, we are talking about possessing the nations. We are talking about possessing the nations. We are talking about possessing the nation. It is because the vision of the leader of the church, the chairman, is to possess nations. Now, because that is the vision of the chairman, in all the units that the chairman controls, we are talking about possessing the nations. What it means by what we have read is that if there was no vision by the chairman of possessing the nations, you go to a church and someone is talking about Abraham and Sarah. You go to another place, Adam and Eve. You go to another place, Jonah and the big fish. But now, because there's possessing the nations, there's a purpose and there's a direction everyone is working towards. That is the role of vision in leadership. When there is vision, there is a clear-cut walk, or there's a clear-cut way for the people to follow. Without vision, the people scatter. It says Israel had no king, and everyone did what was right in their own eyes. One of the saddest things that can happen to you as a leader is to be leading people who are doing what is right in their own eyes. What it means is that they don't see the vision you have, or they don't even think you have a vision. So to them, they are doing whatever they think is best for them. Do you understand? It's like you are prayer secretary. Says that, okay, Cody has not told me anything I should do. Or I don't really know where Cody is going to. So according to me, I think this is where God is leading the church. Then editor librarian also comes. So according to me, I think this is how God is leading the church. So in one group or in one faction, people are doing whatever they want. This is because there is no vision. The second scripture, Judges 19:1.
When there was no king in Israel, a certain Levite was living temporarily in the most remote part of the hill district of Ephraim, who took to himself a concubine, a wife from Bethlehem in Judah, and his concubine was untrue to him, and went away from him to her father's house at Bethlehem of Judah, and stayed there the space of 4 months. Verse 3. Then her husband arose and went after her to speak kindly to her, and to bring her back, having with him a servant and a couple of donkeys. And she brought him into her father's house, and when her father saw him, he rejoiced to meet him. Verse 4. And his father-in-law, the young's father, retained him and remained with him 3 days. So they ate and drank, and he longed there. Verse 5.
It's okay. I just wanted, there's no leader. There was no leader, and then he went in for the person. So he said that there was no leader in Israel at that time. Whenever you read Judges and says in those days Israel had no king, the next thing that follows is and everyone did what was right in their own eyes. When there's no vision, everyone does anything they want. When there's no vision, everyone does anything they want. So vision now becomes the goal of the organization. Vision becomes the purpose of the whole organization. If Cody has a vision of raising men and women of prayer, wherever you go to, which is a UJL meeting, what we are talking about is raising men and women of prayer. When you meet your shepherd, your sheep as a shepherd, what you are talking about is raising men and women of prayer. Because that is the vision the leader has. Hallelujah. That is the vision the leader has. One other thing is that the leader must be able to take the vision from the papers and plant them in the hearts of the people. I said the leader must be able to take the vision from the papers and plant them in the hearts of the people he is working with. When visions are received, or when a vision is received, normally it is written down. Am I lying? So we have vision statement or a vision document, about 10, 20 pages. That is on the paper. Now the leader has a role to make the vision leave the paper into the hearts of the people. I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying. The vision must not only remain in the paper, it must now be implanted in the hearts of the people. Like when you go to an organization and their vision statement is there. So we aim to become a global church that is vibrant in evangelism, culturally relevant and all of that. The role of the leader is to make that piece of writing on the board now planted in the hearts of the people. So many people have had visions. Many leaders have had visions. But what they have failed at is making the vision not just become their own, but making the members own the vision. Making the members own the vision. Now, when Moses was fed up with the work he was doing with the Israelites and went to God that, I'm so tired. Why are you making these people worry me like that? Now, God did not say, hey, if you are tired, it's okay. Come and sit down. I'll call someone else. God realized Moses' mistake. That mistake of Moses was even addressed by Jethro. Do you remember? Moses was the one who was sitting down 6 to 6. He alone, responding to the issues of all the people. Oh, Moses, have you seen that this one has taken my donkey? Moses, have you seen that this one has spit on my leg? Moses, have you seen that this one has done this? And Moses was addressing all of these issues. And Jethro told him that, my friend, if you continue this way, you will die and leave the people and their problems. Call men and assign work to them. In the same way, when Moses went to God that, God, I am tired. I can't continue again. What God told him was, call 70 men and bring them. Now, when he called the 70 men, God said, I will take that spirit that is upon you and plant them in the people. That is what the leader must do. The spirit upon the leader is the vision of the leader. It is the purpose of the leader. It is the goal of the leader. It is the end that the leader has in mind. The leader must be able to take that goal from his heart and plant it in the hearts of the people they are working with. If not, the goal will not materialize. The reason why many countries have failed is that it was only the president that had the vision. No, President Akufo-Addo says that he wants to make Accra the cleanest city. This vision will fail if it is only President Akufo-Addo who wants to make Accra the cleanest city. It could be possible that President Akufo-Addo wants to make Accra the cleanest city, but the mayor doesn't want to, DC doesn't want to, MC doesn't want to. If those people don't want to, how do you think President Akufo-Addo can make it happen? Do you get what I'm saying? So your role as a leader is to be able to take that vision that you have and implant them in the people you are working with. I said that vision is not only what you see when you sleep. Vision is purpose. Vision is the end. Vision is also born out of burden. Vision is born out of burden. Vision is born out of lapses and gaps. Number one, vision is born out of burden. 2, vision is born out of lapses and gaps. What I mean by lapses and gaps is that whenever you are made a leader, or whenever God calls you to lead a particular sect, God calls you to satisfy or fulfill a gap that is there. I won't mention this one. But when I was inducted into office as vice president, about a few weeks ago, I was assessing myself. And I was like, I've just been focusing on welfare and council. But my work also consists of block reps and deputies and all of those people. Then I was like, maybe the gap that was there when I came was really with the welfare and counseling unit. Because even though there was a welfare and counseling unit, it was down. The voice of the welfare and counseling unit wasn't heard in the church. Now, my duty was to make the counseling unit come up. Now, make it effective and efficient in the church. Make it important in the church. So, whatever I was doing, or whatever I'm doing as the head of the welfare and counseling unit with my people, is that by the end of the tenure, where we met the welfare and counseling unit will not be where it is. It will move a step further or steps further than where it was when we came to take over. Now, it means that whatever I'll be doing with my shepherds, whatever I'll be doing with my unit members, is geared towards lifting up the welfare and counseling units. Do you get what I'm saying? So the vision becomes the heart of the leader. Whatever the leader says, whatever the leader thinks about, whatever the leader feels, is as a result of the vision he has in mind. Whatever sacrifices you are willing to make as a leader is as a result of the vision you have in mind. If you don't have vision, you will not even see the need for sacrifices. You will not even see the importance of sacrificing. But when you see the vision ahead of you, it will tell you the amount of sacrifice you must make. Hallelujah. It will tell you of the amount of sacrifice you must make. Now, whenever a leader is called, first, you are given a group, say a group. It is your responsibility to turn the group into a team. You are given a group. It is your responsibility to turn that group into a team. Let me give you an example of a group. An example of a group is your classmates. When all of you go to class, you are not there for the same purpose. No. Everyone has a different agenda in that class. All of you are not driving at one purpose. No. Some people in the class want to just finish the school and go and manage their parents' businesses. Some people want to finish and fly abroad. Some people want to finish and go and teach. Some want to finish and go into ministry. Some want to finish and do whatever they want to. That is a group. The duty of the leader is to turn that group of people with diverse minds into a team. A team is a group of people with one agenda. For an example, a football team. From the goalkeeper to the top striker, their aim is one, to score and win. So that's why sometimes you can see when there's a corner kick, even the goalkeeper will run and come to the goalpost and try to head it. Because everyone in the team has one purpose. They want to score. The defender wants to score, the midfielder wants to score, the striker wants to score, the wingers want to score. That is a team. They have one purpose. But a group has different purpose. Everyone has a purpose in his own heart. Everyone has his own aim. Some people have come to the class not because they want to come and learn, because their beloveds are there. And if they don't come, hey, the way they will hurt them. Why didn't you come to class? So the person has just come because, I'm a better than here. But a team, it's a group of people with one purpose. The defender wants to score. The midfielder wants to score. The goalkeeper wants to score. All of these people are being managed by a coach. One of the greatest, I always say that whenever God calls someone as a leader, there are two greatest blessings that God gives the person. Number one is the blessing of human beings, human resource. And number two is material blessings. So God will give you people and God will give you resources. Now, there are two twists to this. If God gives you people, you as a leader has the responsibility of making the people become efficient in managing the resources. If not, I can give you 20,000 Ghana cedis. If you are not efficient, you waste the money and come back to me and tell me that the money wasn't sufficient. But if you have people who are running with one purpose, who are running with one aim, even with 2,000 cedis or 20,000, they can do what they are supposed to do. Now, if God gives you money, you need human beings to manage that money God has given you. So both material and human blessings are important in the leader's life. The role of the leader in that aspect is to be able to manage the people, to be able to manage the resources. You, the leader, is the one who has the vision. Your duty is to transfer that vision that is upon you or me into the hearts of the people. Whenever chairman meets a Church of Pentecost gathering, he will never end that meeting without talking about Vision 2023. He will never. He will always talk about it. As he always talks about it, it enters into people's minds. It enters into people's heads. Okay, so there's a Vision 2023. This is what we want to do. This is what we want to do. By the end of the 5 years, that goal in the mind of the chairman would have been accomplished because he has done the work of transferring it from his heart into the hearts of the people. Today when I was coming here, I was praying and thinking about things. Then I was like, if right now, I'm not saying this to boast or stand, but if right now I should step aside as chairman of the freshman committee, everyone in that committee can lead the committee. If you take me out of that committee, everyone, even the person you think is weak, can lead. Because we have a purpose. Everyone knows that this is where we are going to. I am not the custodian of the vision that if the Broohm is not there, freshman committee is stagnant. Leaders do not build their leadership around themselves or on themselves. Leaders build their leadership on systems. Leaders build their leadership on systems. It should never be said that if prayer is taken out of the prayer family is good, then you are not being a good leader. The good leader is that person who is able to build his leadership around the people he's working with, so that if he is not there, what is supposed to be done can be done without even any problem at all. I told people that there has been about 3 prayer meetings that we have had as a freshman committee, and I wasn't there. But there wasn't any problem. There wasn't any problem because everyone knows where we are going. Everyone knows the roles that he has to play. So even without me, the people know what they are supposed to do. But my work as the leader was to put the people in their right places. Explain the vision to them. Let that vision or the burden that's in my heart be implanted in them and release them to go. Leadership is like Samson who catches 300 foxes. His aim or his vision is to burn down the farms of the Philistines. But he knows that he's just one man and he alone cannot burn it. So what he does is he catches 300 foxes. He sets fire on their tail and releases them. They have finished their work. But if he was a champion, What will help me? I can burn down their farms. Then he alone, he goes to cut down the grasses. He goes to by the time you finish, you burn yourself up. But he knows that no, if I want to do this, I have to recruit people into it. So it takes us to the second thing I want us to look at: recruiting people into the vision. Whenever God gives a vision, then there's the need for people to be recruited into the vision. Now, in recruiting people into the vision, the leader has two choices. One book I read says that every leader has the decision either to choose personalities or giftings. Every leader has the decision either to choose personalities or giftings. Let me explain. I am Nigel coordinator. Akizi is my very, very, very good friend. So I'm calling Akizi not because I think Akizi is right for the job. I'm calling him because I feel good around Akizi. That is choosing people because of their personality. But I'm calling Akizi because I know as for this work, Akizi is the right man for the work. Leaders have these two choices: either to choose personalities, friends, family, or to choose graces and giftings. There are various graces and giftings on everyone's life. It is the duty of the leader to identify it and tap it out. So you don't choose people because you like them, because they are your friend. It's good. Prior told me one thing that has really helped me: choose people who love you. But even if you have even if you are working with enemies, convert them into friends. Other book says that be able to tap the energies of your enemies. So you don't choose people because of their personality, because this person, I'll use this example. I like this person, I want to be around this person. Then you call the person. No, everyone has giftings and graces. No, we went for an all-night prayer meeting somewhere. Then the all-night we were in groups. So there's prayer team, there's finance team, there's this team. And they asked how many of us are in the prayer team. I went to the prayer. I said, what are you in the prayer team? Go and join the finance team. I said, now prayer is it for only a specific people? But I got the wisdom in what he was saying, that people should go where their graces and giftings are and can function. So as a leader, you should be able to tap people on that span. But even if you are not able to tap people on that span, you should be able to develop them into becoming what you want them to be. When I was made freshman committee chairman, my secretary, she said she has never been a secretary before. And I wanted one other person to be the secretary. The Holy Spirit told me, no. Let the lady be. So I asked her, are you willing to learn? She said, I'm willing to learn. I said, that's all I want. After 3 weeks, the lady has become master of the game. And she is doing the thing. I said, even if I was the one, I will not be able to do it. Do you understand? So even if you don't get those people, your duty as the leader is to bring out potential in the people. Everyone has potential. I tell you, everyone has potential. Everyone has potential, but you don't know. Your work as the leader is to bring out the potential in everyone. Let it come out. When their potentials come out, your job will reduce. Your job will reduce. I tell people that if you take welfare and counseling unit, freshman committee, even if I hand over right now, they can function for the rest of the semester or the rest of the period we have to end, because the system is not built on me. I didn't build the system on myself. I built it around the roles. I built a system, not a personality. So because of that, even if I'm not there, they know that if we need money, we go to this person. When the money comes, the money goes to this person. It does this and it does that, and this is the end product. Without me, those systems will run. Without me, those systems will run. But if I build it on myself, I am the only person carrying the vision. When I go, there's no freshman committee again. There's no welfare and counseling unit again. But if you build it on people or on systems, it will stand. Now, I was asking my people, my welfare and counseling people, that how many we have divided it into groups. So there are counselors, there are trainers, there are all of them. Then I asked the various heads that how many final year students are in your teams? How many final year students do you have in your team? If you have more final years than continuous students, there's a problem. Because these people will go away and there will be no one left to continue. One of the problems that Israel had was that Joshua, when he was calling the people, he didn't call young people. Whenever he met the Israelites, he called his contemporaries and the older people. When his contemporaries and the older people died and left, now Israel had no one to become a king. Israel had no one who could carry on the vision, because Joshua did not transfer what he had onto the younger people. He was only working with his contemporaries. Then I told them, each and every leader of a unit should train at least 3 people who can do the work you are doing. Now, if the next vice president comes to inherit this system, he doesn't have a problem, because he has at least 3 people in every unit who can do what the leader is supposed to do. If you are working with these people, will you suffer? I realized that we only have one person doing flyers for us. So the can train 2 other people to be able to do flyers. When you are not there, we have 2 other people to rely on to do for us. You train other people to do this. Train other people to do this. The reason why God has called you is not only to show forth the graces in you, but He has also called you so that by the time you are leaving office, even when they tell you to point who can succeed you, you'll be confused, because every one of the people you have worked with can do the work. You have raised and nurtured, and it's for all of us, you have raised and nurtured the people that every one of them can do the work. That is the call to leadership. The call to leadership is to make men who were not before to become what they were not. They should become what they didn't think they could do. They should be able to do, because there is potential in everyone. There is potential in everyone. I called one lady. You know, prayer has talked about the spirituality of leadership. But one time, came to church, and there was this lady I heard that she said she wasn't going to serve as a shepherd anymore. She was serving as a shepherd last year. She said she wasn't going to serve anymore. I didn't pay attention to it. But when I came to church, we were asked to shake hands. So when I shook hands, I told her to see me after service. I didn't even know what I was going to tell her, but I was just led to tell her to see me after service. Then when we closed, I asked them, why doesn't she want to serve as a shepherd anymore? She says that after every time when she serves God, like in that capacity as a shepherd, she doesn't feel satisfied. She feels that she didn't really do well. Like, so it's okay. She will serve, but as a shepherd. So I started talking to her. Started counseling and encouraging her. I told her I want to work with her, but I'm not encouraging her in the means to lure her. If after praying about it, she doesn't feel like working, she shouldn't worry. So after that, she says she wants to work. Then I called her I was even going to come with her today, but she had to attend to another thing. I told her, okay, this is what you will do. The lady came into the unit 1 month. Ejuma Abaywane Bono. I said she was even the one God told to come and lead the unit. Hey! So you had all of this potential and you were there. What were you doing? When she came, some of the unit heads I was working with who were dormant, the people have picked up and they are running. You realize we did 3 nights with a counselor some time ago. She was the one who was spearheading all of it. She was the one. Tell you, council unit head, get us 2 counselors to do this. You do that. You do that. She was the one. I was at home sleeping. Because the people I'm working with have bought into the vision. Because they own the vision and the vision is not mine, they can do whatever they are supposed to do. They can do whatever they are supposed to do. So leader, shepherd, make your people own the vision. Don't let the vision remain on the walls. Let the vision be implanted in the hearts of the people. Once the vision is implanted in the hearts of the people, even those who are not there will buy into it. That is what happened in the case of Moses. No elder and murdered were not there. They were not there when, in front of the tabernacle, when the Spirit was being poured out on the people. They were in their tents. But even in their tent, what was happening at the tabernacle was happening there too. Because the people had bought into the vision, it translated. It translated. It translated. It translated. Hallelujah. Now, I said there's the need to recruit people. When Jesus came, he had a purpose. He was preaching about the kingdom, healing the sick, casting out devils. But there's one other thing Jesus did. He recruited people. He recruited people. He recruited people. Some says his disciples were 720 initially. He came to 120, he came to 100, he came to 12. What it means is that at every point in time, he knew the number of people to work with. You should know how to work with one person. You should know how to work with many. You should know how to work with nobody at all. You should know how to work with nobody at all. You know, one day, I don't know if you were called. Pray, were you called by a counselor during the vacation? I asked the counselors that they should call the LCC members and members. So we asked those hall reps who brought their hall list, we called the members to encourage them. Then one time, when I asked them to call, Bridget is the counseling unit head of counseling. I was like, when she's assigning the counselor, she should also assign me to some people to call. Because I realized that, I'm the head of welfare and counseling. So I'm a counselor. If the counselors are calling people, I've taken myself out. Now again, you people should be doing the call, you people should do. I told you, the person I was giving 4 people, there was only one person I was able to get to. When I called him, right after calling him, the guy came into my PMs and started telling me his problems from generation to generation. Then I was like, what if I hadn't decided to join? What if I had decided to just let the people go and me stand aside and be watching like this? No. Prayer said you have to get your hands dirty. You have to get into the work with them. You have to get. One way of building a team, Sunday Adelaja says that. One way or one reason why countries fail is a problem called Zionism. Zionism is spelled Cynism. Zionism. Zionism is the feeling that Kodi likes this person more than that person. Zionism is the feeling that when Kodi comes into meetings, he has his own agenda in his head. And whatever you say doesn't matter. It is what he wants to do that he will do. Zionism is the feeling that Kodi is just using us to get to where he wants to get to. When your people or the people you are working with start having that feeling, that is the end of your leadership. When they lose trust in you and do not see you as a truthful person again, that is the end of your leadership. You will talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. At a point, you even abandon your own vision. I've seen many people abandon their own vision because it wasn't as if the vision wasn't good. The approach to the vision was bad. Some people are in leadership positions just to use it as a means to get to where they want to get to. It is true, leadership is a preparatory ground. At every point, leadership is a preparatory ground. But when you make that your focus, you will start using people. You get what I'm saying? You start trying to work through people. That is when you start bringing the vision and say, oh, it's like these people, when I talk, Stella doesn't smile. So it means Stella doesn't like me. Now when I'm talking, I won't look at Stella's face plating. I won't look at who's even smiling. Okay, Grace. Do you understand? You as a leader, your duty is to bring everyone on board. I've worked with very, very hard people. People like, you can't work with them. Hey, when you are saying this, they are saying that. Relax, don't worry. Just be playing with them. Let them gain trust in you. Let them know that you are not a bad person. Let them know you are a truthful person. When you say something, do it. When they see your fruits, they will come. When they see your fruit, they will come. A friend of mine in a different institution is a pencil leader. Then when he became the leader, he was taken from a different unit and he was in the unit, but then I think the unit was expecting someone else to be made the unit head. And so when the person came, the people were not really free with the person, they could not flow with the person. So I was discussing it with Priyo, and we said that when the people don't accept you, let the grace of God on your life speak. You don't have to come and tell me, do you know me? Hey! No, you don't have to do that. Let the grace of God do that for you. Let the grace of God do that for you. I want to end with Matthew 23. Matthew 23. Anyone who is there, start from verse 1 for me. Okay. The scribes and the Pharisees do what? They sit on Moses' seat. It is said that when you go to the temple at that time, there was a seat called Moses' seat, and it's a seat of judgment. So when you come and you have an issue, and you come that it should be judged, the scribe will sit in the position of Moses. Because remember, I told you earlier that Moses was the one who was judging the people and telling that this one is right, you do this, you do that, you do that. Now the scribes have assumed the position of Moses. They sit on Moses' seat, and what do? Akizi, can you change the version for me? Okay.
So practice and observe everything they tell you, but do not do as they do. For they teach things, but...
So these are leaders. And look at what Jesus is saying about the leaders. Do not do what they do. How can you as a leader say this and be doing that? Your people will lose trust in you. They will lose trust in you when what you say is different from what you do. You preach about holiness and live vice. Do you get what I'm saying? You preach about righteousness and live the opposite. You preach about this, about tithing. Won't you tithe that? You know, one day, one of my brothers told me that he doesn't believe their pastor pays tithe. He doesn't believe the pastor pays tithe. Because the pastor will talk about tithe. Won't you tithe? No, maybe shamo. Obviously, you did for no crime. Those things, but every tithing that the pastor doesn't come to church. So he was like, oh, maybe because they deduct it as source. But when you come, you have to pay. When there's that feeling, there's that notion in the minds of your people, it is breaking. It is causing a separation. Continue for us, Akizi. What they tie up heavy loads that are hard to bear, but they themselves, what do they do? But they themselves will not even lift a finger. Continue.
They love the place of dedication and honor of those on the platform hear the scrolls of the law facing the congregation and to be greeted with respect in the marketplace.
Good, that is what they want. Prayer. As tears say, prayer. Wow. Hey, you know, and that is what they are interested in. People should see us, hey, viv. Yeah. Then you do like this. That is not leadership. That is not leadership. Coming and everyone ran. No, that is. I used to think that was leadership. Leadership is drawing men. Drawing men. It's not necessarily when you enter the room, everyone must get up for you and say, hey, are you a soldier? Everyone must get up and no. That is not leadership. It is also a side to leadership, but that is not the main thing. So if your interest in leadership or your focus in leadership is to see people when you come, hey, pray. No. Your work as a leader is when you come and things are scattered. When you came, you met it scattered. By the time you are leaving, everything is in order. Everything is in order. Build a family. When we went for missions, my missions member is there. Some of us did not know ourselves. 2 days, it was as if we had lived in that village for 5 years. The village lifestyle had become normal to us. Like, hey, the big girls cry sleeping in the mosquito-infested community, and they were okay. Leadership, turning a group into a team. Akili, I want you to read where it says whitewashed tombs. Is it there? Who has whitewashed tombs? It's in there. Check. You see it. Whitewashed tombs. If it's not there, you let me explain it. Now, Jesus describes the scribes and Pharisees as whitewashed tombs. You know, a tomb is where a person is buried. So inside a tomb are dry bones, carcasses, and all of those things. But outside the tomb has been painted white. So when you approach the tomb, you see it as a beautiful scene, as a beautiful object. But when you enter, you go and meet dry bones. And Jesus was saying that was the nature or the behavior of the scribes. When you see them from outside, they look attractive and appealing. When you enter into them, say, hey, so you had all of these things in you. Whitewashed tombs. Hypocrisy. But I pray that may the Lord of harvests shower the spirit of leadership down on us. May the spirit of the Lord be strong on our lives. May we receive the ability to influence. May we receive the ability to transfer vision from ourselves onto our people. May our leadership raise men and women for Jesus. May our leadership raise men who go all out for Jesus, die-hard followers of Jesus. And may we ourselves not just be signboards, but be active participants in this race. May the Lord bless you. Amen.